Hello guys, in this video we're going to walk through the last new chapter, chapter 105. A lot of you were complaining about my attacks that it's too high for chapters, so for this chapter I decided to lower it. Now instead of over 60,000 attack, I have less than 40,000. It's not the first time I'm playing this chapter, it's my 4th or 5th try. In my previous run I almost passed this chapter, but the final boss killed me. Instead of my legendary wave sensor, I was using Twisting Belt. Yeah, it boosted my damage, but I had problems with surviving, especially when I was fighting with bosses. So I decided to came back to wave sensor, which gave me higher health, and of course damage resistance plus 20% when my health is less than 50%. Moreover guys, they boost my damage because I'm using Void Waker threads. Yeah, Twisting Belt is definitely the best belt, but if the difference is so high when you have excellent Twisting Belt and Legendary Wave Sensor, I would rather go with Legendary Wave Sensor, unless it's Ender's Echo. I also changed one of my tech parts, I changed tech part for Brick. Instead of it, I chose tech part for Guardian, which I'm going to choose in this run. At least I will try to get this skill. When you're watching this video, you see all my skills, but when I'm making this video, when I'm trying to pass this chapter, I don't know what I'll get. I just have a list of skills in my mind, which I think that will definitely help me to pass this chapter. For example, this run, I want to make Destroyer, Force Barrier and Defender for sure. Other skills doesn't really matter for me. From supply skills, besides supply skills for my weapons and of course Survivor Instinct, I want to get Fuel and Ruin Suit. Fuel, in combination with Defender, Force Barrier and of course Void Power, will help me to survive waves, while Ruin Suit will help me with bosses. Remember guys, with low attack it's better to focus more on surviving skills and focus more on strong combinations, instead of evolving all your weapon skills. By the way guys, if you didn't watch my previous walkthrough videos, for this chapter, for these new 5 chapters, I found very useful Defender. Defender makes some space around you, so it's easier to see projectiles which you cannot block. Plus we have new mobs, we have machines that shoot missiles, and they're doing good damage, even your health is good enough. Guys, it's minute 2 and we have a elite that cannot be absorbed by a black hole, so be careful with this elite. As you can see, to escape from him and to not be hit by mobs, I just move in 2 sides. Nice, the first lucky trade gives me 3 skills. And here's Guardian, I must say it's a good start. I just accidentally pick up that magnet and unfortunately it gave me 0 skills. This minute is not really hard to survive, we don't have a lot of mobs, only the hardest part was that elite. The first boss we have in this chapter is not hard to beat, it's more difficult to survive waves, so I want to focus more on protective skills and on fuel. We have Power Bullet, let's choose it. Plus 50% attack with Survivor Instinct must let me to survive all waves. And of course bosses should be easier to defeat. More zombies incoming, we'll have these robots which projectiles cannot be blocked. I don't know guys, for me this minute is not really hard to survive, I have more problems in the next 5 minutes, where you have a lot of enemies and without the right skills, it's impossible to survive, unless you're doing enough damage to easily kill them. To avoid these bullets, maybe not bullets, looks like little missiles. Anyway, it doesn't really matter how they are called, to easily avoid them, move 2 sides, to the left and to the right side. If you can avoid them without stopping, then you're a good player. But if you cannot avoid them without stopping, make little pauses. Make a pause, wait when they will shoot missiles, and when missiles are about to hit you, move to the opposite side. In the last 5 minutes, when we'll have a lot of mobs, I will show you how to do that. Exobracer guys, nice, it's what I need to make Gloom Nova and of course Defender. 1 minute left and we'll meet the first boss. We have more enemies, we have enemies that can summon dogs. Anyway, with Void Power they are not a problem. Only problem are these projectiles which cannot be blocked. But as I told you, move to sides, move to the left, to the right side, and you will not have big problems with it. By the way guys, I almost forgot to tell you, when you're doing it, move slowly, don't move too fast. Not super slowly, but it should not be like you're running. And of course guys, don't forget to make little pauses. I'll choose drone, but give me a few seconds guys, I will be right back. I am back guys, sorry for that, I had to open the door. I forgot that I closed the door and my wife could not come in. So less than 20 seconds left and we'll meet our first boss. I want to try to get one more skill before we'll meet him. Just give me more biofuel. Few seconds left, we'll get it. Unfortunately no guys. Anyway, let's beat the first boss. With low attack it will be kinda hard because it will take more time to defeat this boss. Just try to avoid most projectiles to receive less damage. As I said guys, this boss is not really hard to defeat. You can keep a little distance from it, and thanks to drones you'll kill him way faster. I want to try to revive Croaky. And yes guys, I just revived him. Little health left and the first boss will be defeated. Give me a few seconds. And yes guys, yes, the first boss is defeated. Let's get 3 skills, not bad. Fuel, Guardian and Force Field, that's actually what I need to survive these 5 minutes, because as for me, these 5 minutes are the hardest. As for me, the last 5 minutes are not really hard to survive because you don't have enemies which projectiles you cannot block. While here we'll have them, we'll have less kills and we'll have more enemies coming on us. Minute 5 I like it so much because we have enemies that drop blue and golden biofuel, which give us more skills. Void power 5 stars, so I have everything to make Gloom Nova. As you can see, my void power is legendary, so I will have energy whales, which does in 60 times higher damage of my attack. Not bad, it's additional damage. As for me, void power is a weapon everyone must have. If you have problems with chapter, just use void power. In 98% it will definitely help you. Minute 6 guys, and we have new enemies. Not actually new enemies for this chapter, we have astronauts. Those are my favorite enemies. I'm just in love how they look. This minute, as you can see, is not really hard to survive, but would be great if I'll make defender. So I will be able to keep enemies on distance. And also would be great to make Gloom Nova. With Gloom Nova, I will be able to keep enemies even further from me. And here it is guys, finally I have Gloom Nova. I like how energy whales look like with the new skin for void power. By the way guys, to make game easier, you can reduce visual effects. I'm not doing it because I just want to make a better picture for you. Honestly speaking guys, I'm just used to it to play without reducing visual effects. Maybe I play too much, I don't know guys, honestly speaking, I don't know guys, it's just like a feeling. I feel where to move, where to go. I know moves probably of all enemies, so they're not like unpredictable for me. But for you guys, I highly recommend to reduce visual effects. Believe me, it will be a way easier to play. Just go to settings and turn it on. Okay guys, it's minute 7, we have more astronauts and we have policemen. I was very surprised to see them when I was playing this chapter the first time. As I remember, the last time I saw them, it was chapter 90. Man, this chapter was really hard, many players were struggling to pass it. We didn't have Astral Forge equipments, especially Astral Forge Eternal Glows. Now chapters with equipments, with tech parts, with pets are way easier to pass. Keen, less than 40,000 attack, Astral Forge Eternal Glows, and a few legend equipments is enough to pass all chapters we have right now. If you don't believe me, watch this video till the end and you will see that I will pass this chapter. Okay guys, I was talking a lot. Let's make defender because we're about to have the hardest minutes. These 2 minutes, as for me guys, are the hardest because we have a lot of enemies coming on us, and besides it, we have mobs that choose projectiles which you cannot block. As you can see, I don't have defender yet, but my guardian is enough to keep enemies on a great distance, and here we have defender. So why you actually need defender if you're using void power, especially legendary void power? You need it to keep enemies on a great distance. As a result, even without reduced visual effects, it makes easier to see missiles. As I told you guys, to better avoid them, move to sides, to the left, to the right side, and make little pauses. Wait when they will be about to hit you, and go and move. Make a pause again and do the same. That's how you'll survive these 2 minutes. Just look how I'm doing it, and you will not have problems with it, unless you will not have the right skills till this minute. Okay guys, 1 more minute left to survive, and we'll meet the next boss, the second boss. Again guys, we have that elite which cannot be absorbed by a black hole, so be careful. To escape from him, move to side, circle around him. I will choose drone. Could also notice guys that we have robots that shoots a set of bullets. It's another reason why defender is so good here for this chapter. Lucky Train gives me only 1 skill this time, and it's Destroyer. It was expected because I had 2 drones 5 stars. 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds left to survive, and we'll meet the next boss. So I have Destroyer, now I have Destroyer, and would be great to evolve to level up my Ronin suit to 4 or 5 stars would be awesome. Because at the second boss we have Captain, which shoots a lot of bullets, he shoots missiles. Yeah, would be great to have a great damage reduction. And here we go guys. With my attack it definitely will take me over a minute to beat this boss. Plus, I have to survive. I have to beat this boss without dying. Yeah, it would be awesome to defeat this boss without dying. He moves a lot. It's a good sign for me because I need to avoid less bullets. I like when this boss is moving. As we can see guys, even with my attack, it will not take a lot of time to beat this boss. Just look at his health, it's less than 50%, probably 30%. I thought this boss would be harder to beat, but as we can see, he moves a lot. Most of the time I say. And with power bullet, survivor instinct, I'm doing great damage to him. Little more. And the second boss is defeated. Yes guys, yes. 3 skills, not bad. Exobracer, power bullet and force field. I choose soccer ball because it does a great damage even if it's not evolved. The last 5 minutes guys, which I have to survive. As I told you, I don't find them really hard to survive. Would be great if I'll make force bar here. It will help me more. But honestly speaking guys, I think that you can pass this chapter without force bar here. You just need guardian. Only guardian and it will be enough to pass this chapter. So instead of force field you can choose RPG. RPG is a good skill, and with fuel you'll be able to make shark more. Instead of energy drink you can choose energy cube, it's very powerful supply skill. Or ammo thruster, so you'll be able to make whistle arrow, which will let you to defeat bosses easier. Or maybe sport shoes, so you'll be able to make quantum ball. But sport shoes I don't really recommend, as for me it's better to choose energy cube or ammo thruster. Anyway guys, it's up to you, all depends on on what equipments you have, on what attack you have, your tech parts. There are many factors, I just show you one combination if you have low attack. With higher attacks there's no need to use void power, you can pass this chapter even with kunai if it's high enough. I personally like the Sword of Disorder because it's a great against mobs when you will evolve it to the Sword of Domination, and it's one of the best weapons against bosses. But for this weapon you should have high enough attack to normally use it. Let's pick up the chest. This time I got 3 skills, Force Barrier, 6th Sense and Power Bullet. My priority is 3 stars, not even 5 stars, and just look how I'm dealing with enemies, I can even walk on them. Guys, look at this, how I'm dealing with enemies. I must say, I believe that this chapter can be passed with less than 35,000 attack. Especially if you have a lot of Astral Forge equipments. Power Bullet 4 stars. It's been a 12, and again guys we have that elite, which cannot be absorbed by a black hole. It became more interesting to play because there's so many crit damage and I barely see this elite. Plus my phone kinda glitching. There's too many enemies guys. I just killed it. Yes guys, I just killed it and got 3 skills. Power Bullet 5 stars now. I think I have to focus more on Rowan Suit because at the final boss we will not have an easy boss. And here it is, Rowan Suit 3 stars. Last time I lost to that boss, but I was using Twisting Belt. Maybe with Wave Sensor, with Legend Wave Sensor, it will be easier to defeat this boss. Easier to survive during the fight with this boss. 2 minutes left guys. When I was playing this chapter before, when I survived over 13 minutes, I thought that we'll have again these Ravas that shoots projectiles which you cannot block. But surprisingly for me, we don't have them. We just have a lot of enemies which summon dogs, and as you can see with Defender Fuel, you will barely see these enemies. Okay, maybe let's go to the opposite side. I want to find a magnet. Would be great to find a magnet because I will get more skills. Fuel, evolved fuel. For those who doesn't know, Eternal Necklace, Astral Forge Eternal Necklace, can evolve your first supply skill, excluding character's exclusive skill. I think you understand why, because how you can evolve 6th Sense if it's already evolved? Only one skill this time from Lucky Train. At least it's something, plus 1 skill. The last minute, which is not supposed to be hard to survive. Yeah, we have more enemies, coming on me. But as you can see guys, I'm standing still and I'm doing nothing. Looks like my Guardian is enough to hold enemies, to keep enemies from me. And Force Barrier, as for me, is not really needed. Sorry, not Guardian but Defender. Anyway, yes, from what I see, Force Barrier is not needed. So it's better to choose another skill. As I told you, for example, RPG. Instead of energy drink, I recommend you energy cube or ammo thruster. Maybe ammo thruster will be more useful, especially if you'll make whistle arrow. Okay guys, now it's time to defeat the final boss. This boss in general is not really super hard to beat, but on this map we have a small battlefield. It's kinda hard, it's pretty hard to defeat this boss. As for me guys, the hardest part is to avoid all these missiles. Plus, without reduced visual effects, it is more harder. Looks like I'm doing good damage because it's losing its health. Not slowly. I had to pick up that magnet because I was almost dead. I hope to not die. If you're watching from the beginning, you know that I haven't died yet. And now I don't want to die. Less than 50% health left, I believe 35%, 30. I just... Did I receive... No, I haven't received fatal damage. Not yet. Okay, I still have a chance to... And unfortunately I just received fatal damage. But it doesn't count because technically I didn't die. Okay, will I make it without dying? Yes, guys. Yes, as you can see, the last chapter, chapter 1 and 5, is passed even without dying and with low attack. Okay guys, all chapters are passed. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe my channel if you haven't done it yet, and let's wait for new chapters. Should I keep passing chapters with low attack or with my normal attack? Let me know in comments.